It's September 11th, 2014. I'm about 20 k's south east of Burren Junction, near Merah North. I'm just coming down the Cubberoo Lane, and this is the first paddock I've come to, other than some irrigated wheat that look pretty good. And this is a crop of faba beans, or as they're traditionally called, failure beans. So they're living up to the name pretty well here. Some of them have got a pot on them, some haven't. It's a pretty big paddock, so it's pretty disappointing. Anyway, I'll keep moving down here and have a look for some wheat. I'm still on the Cubberoo Lane. I'm just a little further south of where I was a minute ago, and come across another field of wheat. Look, I'm a little bit surprised how good it is here. I'm not saying they're going to be bin busters by any means, but some of the wheat I've seen is actually pretty handy. That doesn't actually go for the paddock across the road that we'll go and have a look at though. So there is a fair bit of variation here. Obviously the earlier planted stuff's done it a little bit better than the later planted stuff, but anyway, we'll have a look at this this field across the road and you'll be able to see the difference. Just across the road now. This is more like what I expected to see out here. This is a little bit of harder country just in here. The whole paddock doesn't look like this, but you know, a lot more white heads, a lot more stress, poor establishment, you know, almost a failed crop, but I'll probably get some grain off it. But as you walk out of this bit of country just here into the better part of the paddock, you sort of see the crop improve a little bit, but still, as you can see, a lot of tipping in the grain. Anyway, we'll keep moving along. Okay, just a bit further south of where we were a second ago, there's only a couple of fields that I've seen so far. Most of it's been irrigated wheat. There was a little bit of dryland wheat up a little bit further that wasn't much chop, but this isn't looking too bad. We're just on the other side of Pine Creek. I'll keep going around and come out near Merah North and then head up towards Rowena. If I see anything interesting along the way, we'll pull up and have a look. We're a few k's down the Doreen Lane, sort of north towards Rowena. I don't know, maybe 5 k's down. The wheat here is nowhere near as advanced, generally speaking, as what it is west of here. This is pretty representative of what I've seen down here so far. And you'd have to think that without a drink this is going to do it real tough. I'll keep moving along. Nearly at the end of the Doreen Lane now. Seeing sort of some good irrigated wheat, but not a lot of it. This is the first field of chickpeas that I've sort of come across that's near the road to get off and have a look at. There's a paddock of wheat across the road. We'll have a look at that too, but it's not as good as the chickpeas we were looking at up at Newell Hwy the other day. By any means, probably half of the crop. Half of the crop they were there. Not a lot of flowers, not a lot of pods. Probably not a lot of good news once the header starts. Anyway, we'll duck across the road and have a look at this bit of wheat. Just across the road, just on a corner of a paddock here, so probably not a great place, but gives you a rough idea. This is pretty much what the wheat's looking like just here. It's not too bad actually. It's better than what I thought it would be. There's a lot of a lot of tipping out, as you would expect. Anyway, we'll keep moving closer to further north. Still heading north at a place called Spring Plain now. Yeah, wheat is generally looking pretty much like this right along here. Still flowering. Not a lot to say really. It's probably not as bad as last year, but it's not brilliant by any means. Anyway, we'll keep going. I'm sort of going to head back around towards Millie and then down, running west of the Newell back into Narrabri. So we'll stop in a few paddocks along the way and have a look. Thanks. A bit further north than where we were a little while ago. Nearly at the end of the Spring Plain Road. In a field of wheat. There's a field of favour beans across the road. We'll go and have a look at them too, but yeah, it's more of the same basically. Okay, here's the favour beans that are across the road from that wheat we just saw. They look like most of the favour beans I've seen so far through here. You know, they're about half the height you'd expect them to be. Signs of frost damage on them, and also obviously moisture stress. As for pod counts, it's fairly minimal. You can see there, it's not too many. Anyway, I'll keep moving.